Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fourth iteration of Physics's General Knowledge Trivia for Masochists playlist. We are back after the best performance in the last episode. I got 54 out of 100 correct. I think the quiz might have been a little bit easier last time, but I'm not sure. And we'll see if that trend continues in this one or if it's going to be absolutely insane again, like the first two were. They're all insane, realistically, but I quite enjoy playing these quizzes. Hopefully you guys still enjoy watching me do them. So as always, let me know how you did in the comments if you attempt a quiz. I'll of course leave a link in the description. And also just let me know if you are still enjoying these videos and would like me to keep putting them out. So let's get started with quiz number 4. He did put this little description at the top. 20 out of 100 is good, 40 out of 100 is excellent, 60 is elite, and 80 is world class. So I don't know, maybe I'll aim for 60, but I think 60 is going to be very, very hard to get. Because, yeah, these quizzes are just crazy. But let's start with the STEM category. What measurement of the concentration of a chemical species is defined as the number of moles of a solute per liters of solution? This is the definition of molarity, I believe. Good. The sartorius is the longest muscle in the body. What muscle is the largest? Sartorius is like the thigh muscle, or one of them. I believe the gluteus maximus is the largest. Good. What was the nickname given to Joseph Merrick, an Englishman with an unknown set of deformities that may have been Proteus syndrome? A 1977 play and 1980 movie were both based on his life. Is this who the Elephant Man is? Good. Nice. Oh, be a fine girl, kiss me is a mnemonic developed by Annie Jump Cannon to describe the order in her classification of what? So Annie Jump Cannon was like an astronomer, as I recall. Class OBAFGKM. Oh boy. I don't know what that is. Like, is it something really specific? Like, it's not just like stars or something? It is stars. Okay, nice. I actually don't know what OBAFGKM stands for, but I knew she was an astronomer, and apparently that's all I needed for that question. The arithmetic mean of a set of n numbers is their sum divided by n, it should say. What term is used for the nth root of the product of the numbers in the set? Should be the geometric mean. ASIMO was a humanoid robot first created in 2000 by what company, known more for its products that used wheeled or non-humanoid mobility? Non-humanoid. Okay, I don't know. GM. Ford. I mean, it could be any, like, it could be a car company. It could be... What's another thing with wheels? A bus, Greyhound. I mean, it's probably like a car company, right? Honda. Nice. There you go. Good. What nickname is given to a sphere of plutonium and gallium created during the development of the atomic bomb and which caused the death of Harry Daghlian and Louis Slotkin from radiation poisoning? What? A sphere of plutonium and gallium? What on earth? No, I don't think I've ever heard of this. Named after an ancient Greek mathematician, what word describes a polynomial equation where all coefficients are integers? Is this what a Diophantine equation is? Nice, very good. The 4 geologic eons are the Hadean, Archean, Proterozoic, and what fourth that started around 500 million years ago? Man, what is the current eon? It's so hard. All the geologic timescale is such a mess because there's so like many different ones that are. It's so hard to remember them. Um, it's not Paleozoic, is it? That's an era. That's not an eon. It's not the Holocene. That's an epoch, I think. Um, oh my gosh. It's not quaternary. Ah, man. This is so annoying. I'm not gonna know. It's one of those things, but there's too many for me to keep track of. Finally, the term reparation psychology refers to repairs of a damaged mental world. Was coined by what British psychoanalyst who was influential in child analysis? She was also known for her theory of splitting. I don't think I can name a female British psychoanalyst, so I'm just gonna not bother with that one. That's very hard. Arts and Lit. What word fills in the blank in the 3 books? The black stallion, the blank stallion, blank like me, and blank water. Could be black. It is black. That's so funny. I don't even know what that is. I was trying to say blank and I said black and it was the answer. Ridiculous. What word for an incredibly intelligent individual derives from a supervillain first introduced in 1958, who would shrink cities to preserve them in his quest to acquire all knowledge? He could have just done these quizzes instead. What on earth? 1958. Incredibly intelligent individual, huh? Genius. Um, Megamind. I'm not sure what this is. Prodigy, that's wrong. I don't recognize the villain thing at all, so I don't think I'm going to get it that way. Yeah, Shrinking Cities, this doesn't ring a bell to me. Kinsey Milhone is the detective in 24 novels by what author? These 24 novels were all that were written out of a possible 26. Oh, this is the A to Z thing. I have no idea who wrote these. This is a thing. There's like some alphabet like detective series or something, but I've definitely heard of this before, but I have no idea who wrote them. The city of North Tarrytown in New York officially renamed itself to what in 1996 after a work of literature written some 170 years prior. Tarrytown is Sleepy Hollow. It's after the Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. What is the genre of satirical plays that poke fun at social conventions of an artificial and usually aristocratic society? Masters of the genre include Oscar Wilde, Molière, and Noel Coward. Um, hmm. I'm not sure what this is either, to be honest. Is this obvious? This feels very knowable, but for some reason I don't have any guesses for this. It's not like spoof or something. No, I don't know. Samuel Johnson used what Aristotelian word to refer to a group of poets, including John Donne and John Cleveland, who focused more on spoken quality and less on lyrics. Aristotelian. Um, I don't know. Logos, pathos, ethos, are those Aristotle things? Um, hmm. Metaphysical? Oh, metaphysics. Nice. Okay, yeah, nice. Celebrated poet Ocean Vuong's 2019 debut novel, written as letters from a Vietnamese American writing to his illiterate mother, is called On Earth We're What? We're. I don't know. Could be anything, really. Never heard of it. On the Terrace at Sèvres, showing two women and a man sitting on the painter's terrace, is an 1880 work by what impressionist? She was not well known in her lifetime, possibly because her husband was jealous of her artistic abilities. I'll guess Morisot or Cassatt. Wow. Who is another female impressionist? Wow. Wow, wow, that's very hard. Dang. Yeah, I would have thought it was Moizo. I can't think of another one. What 17th to 18th century Japanese dramatist is known for his bunraku and kabuki works, which include The Courier for Hell and The Love Suicides Amijima? I mean, bunraku playwright. I think you say Chikamatsu Monzaimon. Nice. And what is the last name of the brothers Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva, the main characters in the Mahabharata? Yeah, that's just not happening at all. I don't know much about the Mahabharata. Certainly not the last names of the characters. 4 out of 10 on arts and lit is quite bad. I feel like normally I'm much better at this category, so this is quite unfortunate. The A to Z novels is like those are definitely like that's a skill issue for sure. Number 2 seems like a skill issue too, but I I just don't have any idea what this is. So I'm gonna facepalm when I see it probably, and then the rest feel pretty hard. Okay, movies and TV. Here we go. Ayo Edebiri's best known role is as Sid Adamu, a young chef who joins the original Beef of Chicagoland in what Hulu TV series? This is The Bear. Prince Akeem from Zamunda pretends to be a poor student in New York City in what 1988 comedy? I have no idea. Like, I could guess something that's like stupid, like Nigerian Prince. Like, that's just like a famous like scam. I don't think that's like an actual movie. I don't know what this is. Pongo and Perdita are the two adults in what title group? The 1956 source novel also included adults Mrs. and Prince. This is the 101 Dalmatians. Sci-fi captain Malcolm Reynolds and police consultant Richard Castle are the two most prominent roles played by what actor? I feel like I've heard of Malcolm Reynolds, but no, I'm never getting this. In what 2025 Park Chan-wook black comedy does Mansu decide to kill his competition in order to achieve his desired position in a paper-making company? Huh. Nope. No idea. The competition show American Ninja Warrior was mostly inspired by a late 80s Japanese show called Blank's Castle. Who was the comedian who owned this castle? Dude, what the heck? Really? Like 80s comedian? I mean, I can hardly name any. I don't think there's any point in me trying. Ashghar Farhadi, Mohammad Rasulov, and Jafar Panahi are all award-winning filmmakers from what country? Iran. Cool. You can just guess based off the names. Runje, Runme, Runde, and Run Run, where four of the eponymous brothers were four probably, who ran what Hong Kong film company? My goodness. No clue. Come See Me in the Good Light is an Oscar-nominated documentary chronicling the life of what spoken word poet? Spoken word poet? Homer. No. uh, hmm. No, I don't think I have any chance at this either. What Lena Wertmuller film has a title referring to the sisters of the main character, an Italian trying to survive in a German prison camp in World War II? Not happening either. Yeah, this is average movies and TV knowledge for me. I mean, 3 out of 10 isn't terrible because I'm just generally quite bad at this category, but yeah, I honestly have zero idea what any of these are, so I'm just going to keep on going. Music. The title of what Nena song came from seeing objects looking like UFOs arising from West Berlin Rolling Stones concert in 1982. This is like 99 Luftballons or whatever it's called. Tina Snow is the name of an EP and also an alter ego of what American musician? Tina Snow. I don't know, like David Bowie or something. He's not even American, is he? Uh, oh God. I mean, I guess it's probably a woman. Like, is it even a woman? Prince. I mean, I don't. Who's a musician who would have an alter ego? I don't know. Like, this could be anybody. Like, is there any point? Like, I don't even know where to start with this. I've never heard of this. Starchild, Space Ace, and Catman were some of the personas of what band? It was one of the most successful in the late 70s and was active until 2023. Again, like what? Am I just bad? Like, I have no idea. Kiss, maybe? It is Kiss. Okay, because Personas is Ace Frehley, I think, is the name of one of the people in Kiss. So I saw Ace and I was like, huh, maybe it's Kiss because of that. But I didn't know that they like ended their existence in 2023. What biblical figure titles Leonard Bernstein's first symphony? The same name is also given to an amphibian in a 1973 Dog Night song. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Yeah, thank you for the Three Dog Night clue. Diana Ross had to be convinced that what 1980 song of hers would not ruin her career because listeners might think she was gay. Oh boy. Um, can I name a song by Diana Ross? No. No, I can't. Pretty Woman? No, that's like not that at all. I don't know. What term describes rock music with obscured vocals and heavily distorted sound? The name arose from when a music exec noticed Russell Yates of the band Moose reading lyrics off a paper on the ground during a performance. Floor. I don't know. What Jay-Z album, which includes the songs Izzo, Hova, and Girls, 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 is one of his most well-regarded, despite having a name indicating a rough and unfinished quality? Draft. Prototype. Okay, I don't know. What Nigerian came to global recognition after his 2012 Like to Party? His fifth album, Twice as Tall, won a Grammy for Best World Album in 2021. Nigerian? Oh my goodness. Is MNEK? That's a person. Not the right person. I think he's Nigerian, but whatever. It's gonna be somebody else, and I don't know who it is. Nuage Clouds is one of the best known works by what jazz guitarist who went by a Romani nickname. This is the Belgian guy. Isn't he Belgian? What's his name? Um, oh my God. Or am I just thinking of the wrong person? No, what is that guy's name? Wait, what? Why am I blanking on this? What is that guy's name? Django. Django Reinhardt. Yes, okay, good. Which British violinist of African descent was the original dedicatee of Beethoven's Kreutzer Sonata before they had a falling out? Wow, I have no clue. So, 4 on music, 3 on movies and TV, 4 on arts and lit. This is not going super well. Hopefully, sports and games is a little better. The winning team of the NFL is presented with a trophy named after what Green Bay Packers coach? That would be Vince Lombardi. Who were the men's English Premier League champions every year from 2018 to 24, except for 2019 to 20, when they finished in second place, 18 points behind Liverpool? That would be Man City. The wicket in cricket is composed of 3 stumps and 2 of what object that rest on top of the stumps? They're not wickets. That's unfortunate. Bars. Uh, 2 of. I mean, I can picture it, but I don't know what they're called. Sticks. I no idea. Players hold a stick called a caman and try to score with a ball called a sliotar. In what Gaelic game that is called camogie when played by women? Probably hurling. Nice. What is the name of the two-masted sailing ship with a taller mainmast? It differs from the yawl by the position of the mizzenmast with respect to the rudder post. I don't know what these words mean. Catamaran. The yawl. What's another type of sailing ship? I don't know, dude. I have no idea. What electric railway company is the sponsor of the Tigers, a Japanese baseball team located on the outskirts of Osaka? Is it like Hanshin or something? It is Hanshin Tigers. Nice. What 2 specific cards make a pinnacle in the game of Pinnacle and a Bezique in the game of Bezique? Specific cards? So do you want like, is it going to be like King of Hearts and Queen of Spades or something? I mean, that's crazy. Like specific cards, like if you don't know this, I mean, there's way too many combinations to try here, so there's no point. El Chueco and El Maestro are 2 nicknames of what South American Formula One driver who won 5 world championship titles in the 1950s? Yeah, not happening. What teleporting black Minecraft creature is generally neutral but will aggro if looked directly at? Is this an Enderman? I don't know anything about Minecraft. For some reason, I know what an Enderman is. Finally, a spin where the figure skater reaches back over their shoulder with one or both hands and holds the blade of one of their skates is named after what Swiss athlete? It's not Lutz, I don't think. So, yeah, there's no way I'm getting that either. Okay, 5 is better than 4, I guess. So, aside from the first category, I'm averaging 4 per category. So, not on track to beat my performance in the last quiz. Geography and language. Let's do better here. The 3rd largest cities in Venezuela and Spain share what name? Valencia. What is the westernmost currently spoken language in the Austronesian language group? It's one of 2 official languages of a large island near Africa. That's Madagascar, so Malagasy. Appearing in a famous photograph, what is the largest island of the Volcano Islands, a subset of the Nanpo Islands? Is it ever Iwo Jima? Good. Supposedly the birthplace of Kim Jong-il, what stratovolcano sits on the border of North Korea and China and is the highest peak on the Korean peninsula? It's called Mount Paektu. Located on the Prime Meridian and created by the Akosombo Dam on the same named river. What is the largest artificial reservoir in the world? This is Lake Volta in Ghana. Mount Zeus is located on which island of the Cyclades, the largest in area but not the most populous? An attack by Persia in 499 BCE led to the Persian War between Greece and Persia. Cyclades. Are we doing like Naxos, maybe? Good. Dating back to the 7th century when it was known as Ragusa, what Adriatic Sea port has emerged as a popular tourist destination after significant recovery efforts in the 1990s? Republic of Ragusa. Is it Split or Dubrovnik? It's Dubrovnik. What Mongolic language is spoken in and around the Lake Baikal region and gives its name to a Russian republic that is on the east side of the lake? The republic is Buryatia, so Buryat would be the language. What is the name of the natural arc that forms the southeastern portion of Hudson Bay? Even though the formation is nearly circular, it is thought to have been formed through bending of the crust rather than through crater impact. Probably James Bay. It is not James Bay. Ouch. So we're talking about like the arc, like the shoreline itself, because like James Bay is the one that sticks out of it, but holy moly. No, I don't have the slightest idea what this is called. Churchill, I don't know. Rankin Inlet. I'm just naming things around Hudson Bay. Known as Takashima in Japanese and Dokdo in Korean, what is the English name for the contested group of islands about halfway between Japan and South Korea and just southeast of the Ulung Islands? What the heck? Wow, I didn't even know this existed. What in the world? I've never heard of this. It's not Tsushima, surely. I genuinely have no idea what this is. I'm interested to see what it is at the end, though. History. What was the title of the de facto ruler of Japan between 1185 and 1868, except for the Sengoku and Kamakura periods? Shogun, I guess. Yep. What American executive order changed the legal status of 3.5 million people on January 1st, 1863? Is this the Emancipation Proclamation? Good. According to Tacitus, who led the Iceni, I guess it's Iceni, in a revolt in 60 CE after her recently deceased husband's will was ignored, and the Romans abused her and her daughters. Wow. Agrippina. That's Nero's mother, I think. So that, I mean, what? Nero died in 69 CE, I think. Recently deceased husband. So it's prior to Nero, so it's probably like Claudius or Caligula or something. No, I don't know what this is. What descendant of Timur born Zahir ud-Din Muhammad founded the Mughal Empire in 1526 after capturing and losing Samarkand on 3 separate occasions? Okay, who was the first Mughal emperor? Is it Babur or Akbar? I think it's Babur. Good. A trap which war breaks out when a new rising power threatens an existing power. This grammar makes no sense to me. Hold on. I think it should say in which, I guess. Is named after what Greek historian of the Peloponnesian War? Peloponnesian War historian, you say Thucydides. And it is. Clara Petacci was killed by partisans during the execution of what man who was her lover? I don't know who this is. Partisans? Partisans makes me think of like Yugoslavia, but does that make sense? Petacci sounds Italian. Execution of a man who is Italian. Mussolini. It is Mussolini. Wow, crazy. Okay. The current namesake of the international airport serving Johannesburg, who led the ANC between 1967 and 1991? O.R. Tambo, is that his name? Yes. Anawrahta, sometimes considered the founder of the Burmese nation, ruled over what empire from the namesake city on the Irrawaddy from 1044 to 1077? Uh-oh. Only 30 years. This is not that significant. On the Irrawaddy. I mean, it's not going to be like Mandalay or Yangon. It's going to be something much more obscure than that, I imagine. Yay. What are other cities in Sagaing? That's not even a city, is it? I don't think there's much of a point in me guessing random Burmese things. I think I'm just going to move on. I don't know this. After the collapse of the Tang dynasty, the regions of Manchuria and Mongolia were ruled by what dynasty, which lasted about 200 years until it was supplanted by the Jin in 1125? I would guess Yuan. No. Ah, boy. Song. Zhou. Wei, is that a thing? Oh, man. I'm so bad with dynasties. I need to just learn them all in order. Like, there's not that many. But no, I don't think I'm Xia. That's a thing that's early though, right? Yeah, I don't know. Who co-founded the Solidarity movement with Lech Wałęsa? I I don't. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Is often regarded as the mother of independent Poland, yet was snubbed for the 1983 Nobel Peace Prize, which went to Wałęsa alone. I have no idea. That's quite hard. Food and drink. Unlike a stromboli, which is usually a cylindrical shape, what Italian folded pizza has a crescent shape and comes from a word meaning stocking or trouser. Is this a calzone? Calzone? Indeed. In 1998, McDonald's released what limited time sauce, sometimes called Sichuan sauce, as a promotion for what film? The sauce was reintroduced in 2018 after appearing on Rick and Morty. Is it not called Sichuan sauce? Am I going crazy? Is it like dragon or something? Bro, it's just the McDonald's Sichuan sauce. What other name does that have? Like I mean I've heard of this. I know what this is, but it's just Sichuan sauce. Like what? Um okay, cool. I don't know what this wants. I guess there's another name for it. Italian for short shot. What word describes a highly concentrated espresso which uses half the usual amount of water? Cortado? No. Isn't that a thing? Short court, right? I mean, corto, like that is the word for short. Is it not called cortado? Dang. I guess it's just something else. Something else that I don't know. Known for its Chicken Joy fried chicken and its Yum Burger, what Philippines origin fast food restaurant with an insect mascot has grown to over 1,600 locations, mostly over East and Southeast Asia? It's called Jollibee. What Dutch beer company is known for its distinctive green bottles with swing top caps that eliminate the need for a bottle opener? I'm guessing it's not Heineken, but I'm going to guess Heineken anyway. Is Amstel a Dutch thing? It's not Stella. That's Belgian, I think. No, no idea. As per its German name, what word describes a rusk that has been twice baked? What the hell is a rusk? Excuse me? What is that word? What is a rusk? I have no idea what that means. Twice baked. Zwei something. Zwei Backen. I don't know. What is the name for pounded meal traditionally made from cassava, plantains, and cocoa yams that is common in West African cuisine? This is definitely a thing. It sounds familiar to me. Is it fufu? Oh, it is fufu. Let's go. What is the Maori name for Leptospermum scoparium, a tree with nectar that is used to make a namesake honey, sometimes called liquid gold? A Maori honey. Yeah, this is not happening. What high tannin Italian wine made from the Nebbiolo grape and local to Piedmont is known for often requiring 10 years to soften enough to be drinkable? Wow. I could name a bunch of random wines, probably at least a few, but I don't think it's even worth the time because I have no idea what this is. And finally, what cooking term refers to salting vegetables to draw out moisture and soften them before cooking? Salting? No, I'm not going to know this either. Ouch, only 3 there. Yeah, it's a pretty hard set there. World culture. Dance fighting is one way to describe what Afro-Brazilian martial art form that dates back to the late 18th century. Is this capoeira? Good. Kesh, Kanga, Kara, Kachera, and Kirpan are colloquially my gosh, I cannot talk right now. What is happening to me? Colloquially known as the 5Ks of what religion? These are Sikhism. First invented in 1869 in the political cartoon and revived in 1942 as a World War II action hero. What is the nickname of the fictional lumberjack and national personification of Canada? Uh-oh. I have heard of this before, and I am not going to remember what it's called. Unlucky. What flower represents the aloha spirit of Italian culture as well as being a symbol of the Hindu goddess Kali? A lotus? It's not. Aloha spirit of Italian culture? What? What on earth? Hibiscus. It is. Wow, okay, nice. What specific event marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar? Eid al-Fitr? Eid al-Adha? Ramadan? I don't think it's that. Okay. Yep, not happening. In a 1992 book, Gary Chapman describes 5 ways that romantic partners express affection. These have been dubbed the 5 love languages. Name any of the 5. The best one, quality time. What is the name of the eye-shaped amulet, typically handmade from glass, that is common in Turkish culture to ward off the evil eye? Heard of it, not pulling it. The Bobo Ashanti and the Nyabingi are 2 groups of the Rastafari movement. These groups and several others are collectively named the what of Rastafari? Nope, I don't know. With a meaning akin to power or strength and similar to the idea of mana. What term is used for the gods and spirits of the Maori and the Hawaiians? Is it Loa? No, it is not. Oh, that's like voodoo, isn't it? Ah, man. I don't know. What is the Chinese name of the National College Entrance Examination, which was taken by over 13 million students in 2025? Absolutely no chance. And the final category, miscellaneous. What legendary comedian was the inaugural winner of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor in 1998? His numerous achievements include 6 Grammy wins and numerous films, along with longtime collaborator Gene Wilder. Okay, this is the first one, so apparently this is like easy, but I have absolutely no idea. Is George Carlin a comedian? Legendary comedian. Seinfeld. I genuinely have no idea what this is. I'm going to get blasted in the comments for this. I have no clue. For its logo, Versace has historically used the face of what mythological individual who is not exactly known for her beauty? That would be Medusa. A con man named Harold Hill is the title character in what 1957 Meredith Willson musical? Con man. Musical. Wow. Not sure. Should I know this? This is not ringing a bell at all. What Brazilian model, the second highest paid in 2021, has a last name that is the same as a major world city? Really? I mean, I could guess like a million cities and maybe eventually it would work. Lima. That's hilarious. Ha! Nice. I was like, what's a world city that could be the last name of a Brazilian person? That's so lucky. I have no idea who that is. What high performance automobile company, despite its Italian name, was founded in the Alsace region of France? It released its last model in 1950 until it was bought in 1987, after which it produced its Veyron and Chiron models. What in the world? Alfa Romeo. Like, I have no idea. I'm not going to try. Prelude to a philosophy of the future is the translated subtitle of what Nietzsche work that argues that simplistic black and white moral philosophy is not sufficient. Nietzsche work. Thus spoke Zarathustra. What are the other Nietzsche things? Wow, this is rough. I'm not even going to remember. How am I not going to remember another Nietzsche thing? Oh my gosh. Wow. God is dead. That's not a work. What is that from? There's another one. What is it called, man? Why? Bro, this is not. Why can I not remember it? There's at least one more that's like quite known. I don't know if it's the right one, but like, man. Wow. For some reason I cannot think of this. The only fish in the genus Melangogrammus shares its name with what Belgian comic Captain Haddock, probably. Captain Haddock from Tintin. A redundancy such as frozen ice is an example of what linguistic expression from the Greek for to be in excess. I don't know what this is called. What large dog breed is the only one legally used for dog fighting in Japan and also one of the main sources of dog meat in South Korea? My goodness. No clue. And finally, the physicist known as the father of the Indian nuclear program and the Harvard University post-colonial theorist who's advanced the concepts of hybridity, mimicry, and ambivalence share what first and last name? Not happening. Okay, so 47. I think it's better than I did on the first 2 quizzes in this playlist and worse than I did on the third one. I feel like definitely some stuff in here that I should have, which is true of all of them, really. But yeah, there's going to be a few that I kick myself for. But I think I'm going to end it there, and we will see what I missed. Demon Core, never heard of it. Phanerozoic, absolutely have heard of it, but again, like eras, eons, periods, like there's too many of them to keep track of. Melanie Klein, not getting that. I think I've heard her name before, but that's quite hard. Brainiac. Yeah, sure. I mean, I could have kept guessing words for smart people, but um, I've never heard of the villain. Sue Grafton is the one who wrote the A to Z things. I just can never remember her name. Comedy of Manners. Heard of it, not going to pull it. Briefly Gorgeous, no idea what that is. Marie Bracmont, absolutely never heard of her. That seems super hard. And then Pandava, that is like I've definitely heard Pandava before, but I just don't have enough knowledge about Indian lit to get that. Coming to America, heard of it, never getting it. Nathan Fillion, sure, whoever that is. No Other Choice, don't know what that is. Beat Takeshi, no idea what that is either. Shaw Brothers, Andrea Gibson, Seven Beauties, zero chance on any of those. Music, Megan the Stallion. I guess it's the. You're supposed to say the Stallion. If it is, then why the hell are there two E's? Like, I cannot read that and not say Megan the Stallion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, Tina Snow. Yeah, I never would have pulled that. I'm Coming Out. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't know the song, but fair enough. Okay, shoegaze that's knowable. That's like definitely a thing. I don't know. I My knowledge in this area is not very good, but shoegaze is a type of rock music, so that makes sense. The Blueprint, I should have just kept guessing things that mean like, prototype or whatever. That's unfortunate. Burna Boy, never heard of him. George Bridgetower, never heard of him. Bales, apparently, are what the cricket things are called. No chance on that. Catch, no chance. Queen of Spades and Jack of Diamonds. Again, that's so specific, I never would have gotten that. Juan Manuel Fangio, maybe I've heard the name. No chance. Denise Bielman, no chance. Honestly, very few of these are things that I had any chance at looking at them now. The Nastapoca Arc, holy crap, and the Liancourt Rocks. Okay, those two are super hard. Like, I have fully never heard of either of those, and I'm pretty good with geography stuff, but like those, I have no chance. History. Oh, Boudica. Oh, so we're in. So, okay, so I was thinking it was like a Roman person. Like, I wasn't. The Boudica is like a Celt. I was not anywhere near that, but I think that, I mean, that makes perfect sense. Revolt against the Romans, I guess. Yeah. I mean, Boudica, that's a famous thing. It's just like I wasn't thinking it was like, for some reason, I just thought it was like going to be like a Roman person, if that makes sense. Um, Pagan. Yeah, heard of it, never getting it. Liao Dynasty. Honestly, I don't know what the heck that is. I feel like I've probably at least tangentially heard of it, but it's definitely one of the more obscure dynasties. And then Anna Valentinovich. I don't believe I have ever heard of her. Food and drink. Mulan apparently is the other name for the Sichuan sauce. Oh, oh, oh. It said for what film? Okay. Well, okay. That's actually quite easy. So my my cope here is that I read this as released what limited time sauce. I'm just thinking I just honed in on that. It's like, okay, this is the name of the sauce, right? So I didn't see what film. I feel like I feel like you should say a limited time sauce, not what limited time sauce, because I just got super fixated on that. I mean, I guess it's both. It's probably also called Mulan sauce or something, but I don't know. To me, it's just Sichuan sauce. If I had seen the what film part, I would have guessed Mulan, but I didn't see that, so I just thought it was some other name for the sauce. I guess that's my bad for not reading. Ristretto. Nope, I've never even heard of that. Golsch. Don't know what that is either. Zwieback. Okay. Sure. I still don't know what a rusk is, but fair enough. Manuka, I have heard of, but I wouldn't have gotten it. Barolo, no idea. Degorge, no idea. Johnny Canuck, that's a skill issue. That one I've heard of multiple times and forgotten the name of. Hegira, oh, as in the Hijra? Ah, okay. I was thinking it was like, I mean, specific event, I guess that makes sense, but the Hijra is just like the Muhammad Mecca Medina journey thing. So I guess I should have known that maybe. Nazar, heard of it, wouldn't have pulled it. Mansions, I don't think I've heard that word here. Atua, okay, yeah. as in I I know the lyrics to the New Zealand national anthem in Maori, but I don't know the I don't know what any of the words mean. I recently missed a question on iwi as well, and I was like, hey, iwi is also in that song. So maybe I just need to learn what those words are, so they would get me answers to trivia questions. Gao Cow, never heard of it. Miscellaneous, Richard Pryor. That's the first one. Honestly, I've heard the name, but I never would have gotten that. The Music Man. Honestly, I had no idea he was a con man. I know that that's a musical, but I clearly don't know what it's about. Bugatti is French. That's crazy. I never would have known that. Beyond Good and Evil. That's a Nietzsche thing. I don't know if that's the one I was trying to think of, or if there's a third one, but I really, really, really need to know that. Pleonasm. Also heard the word. Wouldn't have pulled it clearly. Tosa. Never heard of it. Homie Baba. Never heard of it. So yeah. Valencia. 89%. Easiest question in the quiz. We can go down and see what the hardest ones that I got were. Chikamatsu Monzaimon, wow, 5%. Holy crap. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess 95% of people don't know the works of acclaimed Bunraku playwright Chikamatsu Monzaimon, but I don't know. He's somewhat known. Or maybe not clearly, but it's I don't know. He's just a guy. He comes up in Quiz Bowl like he's just a Bunraku guy. So happy to have gotten that one at least. Rest of these were a little bit easier. Yeah. And then 71% Bugatti. Wow. Okay. Apparently that's easier than I thought, but I had no idea it was French. And then we can go down and look at the rest of these. Richard Pryor. Okay, that was 16%, so that was not easy. But yeah, let's look at the really, really tough ones. 9%, 77%, 5%. Now we get to the really crazy stuff. Okay, yeah, 2%. Any zeros? Yes. Wow, several. Andrea Gibson, the spoken word poet. Atua was 0%. Man. Honestly, I feel like that's gettable. I just need to learn what those words mean. D Gorge, 0, and then Denise Bielman, the skater. Also super, super tough. But yeah, decent performance, I would say. I've definitely had worse. So beats 92.7% of test takers. And yeah, looking forward to the next version of this, or iteration of the sequence, series, whatever. You know what I mean. I'm not speaking very clearly today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you again soon for some more trivia and geography and whatever else. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.